Welcome. So we've got about 25 minutes of a nice little hip sequence just to get you in and leave you there. So I will be using 2 blocks and a blanket today in class. If you have those items, go ahead and grab them. Otherwise, you'll be fine without them. Let's just get started right away in Supta Baddha Konasana. So this is where you can already use your blocks. Take the soles of your feet together to touch. Place your blocks beneath your thighs if you want to, right? This is just optional. And then come on down to the back. Go ahead and goalpost the arms. Rest the back of the head firmly into the mat. Close your eyes. So immediate awareness to the hips, to the belly as you start to deepen your breath. The hips are one of those places that we hold so much tension. And one way that we can release tension is by actively, consciously relaxing our body and moving into our breath. So try this now. There's always that initial resistance when we put ourselves in a posture. The body's fighting, right? I don't necessarily want to do this, or this doesn't feel just right. And the breath allows us to just let go of that resistance and settle in. And then we'll take 3 breaths together. So let all your air go. Inhale, fill up all the way to the crown of the head. And open mouth, exhale, release. Twice more, friends. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more just like that. Inhale. Hold it at the top. Maybe take that last sip of air. And this time, slowly release all the way out. You're going to push the air out, toning the belly. Hold it out for 3, for 2, and 1. Now seal your lips. Breathe in Ujjayi through the nose. And out Ujjayi. Notice how this breath takes us deeper within, further relaxing the body, quieting the mind. Feel free to leave your eyes closed, or you can gently open them. Take your right peace fingers to your right big toe for a half happy baby. And then just start by moving gently from right to left. If it doesn't feel good to have your left leg as it is, you can always straighten it nice and long. Then go ahead and hold your half happy baby. So pulling your right knee towards your armpit, your right heel toward the sky, and now straighten your left leg if it wasn't already there, and feel this lovely opening through the front of the left thigh. That's your psoas right there. So taking a couple breaths. Iron your spine, your whole back to the mat. And then release the grip you have on your toes. Wrap your arms around your shin as you pull your knee closer to the armpit along the side bodies. And exhale, supine twist, taking your right knee across your body. This is where your block comes in handy too. You can just rest your inner right knee on top of the block if you want to. Tee out your right arm, turn your gaze to your right fingertips, and come to the belly breathing as you stack your hips and open up the outside of the right thigh. Inhale, hold both knees into your chest. Keep your spine on the mat and just draw the knees, flex the toes. And then return back to Supta Baddha Konasana just to neutralize, just to feel the difference in the size of the body already. Just a few breaths here. And as you feel ready, left peace fingers to your left big toe. Coming into half happy baby on the opposite side. Again, if you feel the need to move, go ahead and do so. So much emotion, so many stories are held in our hips. With movement, with breath, we can start to release the tension and the stories. Allow ourselves to feel anything that begins to surface instead of pushing it back down, right? So notice if anything starts to arise. Hold your half-happy baby. So take the left knee towards the armpit, the heel toward the sky. And then straighten your right leg if it's not already there. Opening up here to the front of the right thigh. Breathe. And then release your grip on the toes. Wrap your palms around your shin as you take the thigh to the side body. And pulling it in. And then exhale, supine twist. Left knee across the body. Feel free to use your block to support the inner left knee. Left arm tease out. Turn your gaze to your fingertips. And breathe. Inhale, both thighs come to your belly. Wrap your palms around your shins, and this time lift your head up. Gently rock from side to side. So those big muscles along the spine that hold so much tension that actually affect the hips. So just massage them out for a minute. And then take your hands beneath your thighs and start to rock and roll forward and back. And then bring yourself up into tabletop. All the way forward. And in your tabletop, just stack your hands beneath your shoulders, your knees beneath your hips. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly, lift the head. And exhale, cat pose. So round, dial the tailbone down as you gaze to the navel. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Once more, friends, exaggerate the movement. Press yourself back into child's pose. Take the knees wide, big toes to touch. Rest the third eye down. So you got this compression here, belly to thighs, the outer hips. Stay rooted through the hands, rooted through the knees. As you inhale, pull yourself forward to blossoming lotus. We've already kind of warmed up the belly a little bit. I want you to flex the toe, or point the toes rather. Take your heels to your glutes. Tone your low belly as you drop the hips, squeeze the glutes as well, yeah. And then lift up through the crown of the head as you press to the heels of the hands. Breathe in. Exhale, press back, child's pose, hips to heels. And then we flow through 2 more times. Inhale all the way forward, slow, steady movement. And exhale, press back. Last one, breath in. And exhale, beautiful. Press yourself up to tabletop. Go ahead and take your left hand to the center of your mat, just beneath your chest. Send your right leg straight out so that actually, I'll do the opposite side. Here we go. So the right leg is straight out, just out to the side with the sole of the foot rooted down. As you inhale, lift the right arm high and open up the chest. You can feel it into the hips here as you keep the hips squared and open up through the thoracic spine. Take a full breath in. Exhale, reach the right arm forward and then just parallel the torso to the mat. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale, open up nice and wide. Then exhale, right arm forward, parallel the torso. Beautiful. Right hand down, right knee bends. We'll take the other side. So go ahead and take your left leg straight out. Just root through the foot. Walk the right hand to the center of the mat. And inhale, lift the left arm high. Nice, easy twist. Breathe in. Exhale, left arm forward. Amazing. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, left arm forward. Beautiful, release down. Go ahead and walk your hands forward, curl your toes under, lift your hips up for downward facing dog. Just pedal through the feet for a minute. So as you pedal through your feet, feel how this opens up the low back and the side body. You can even hold each side for a full round of breath. And then go ahead and do it again. That beautiful stretch to the outer hip. Stay rooted through the palms. Settle into the downward facing dog. Bend your knees, lift your sit bones, press to the palms. Take a full breath in. Big open mouth exhale. Take your gaze forward and then slowly walk to the top of your mat. Nice ragdoll here. So bend your knees, give space for the hamstrings, shift your weight forward, and then option to take opposite palm to opposite elbow as you let the head hang. Take your weight more forward. Big exhales here as you release, let go. Make sure all 10 toes are facing forward. Go ahead and drop the hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Just tone the belly, lengthen through the crown of the head. And exhale, forward fold, release. Again, inhale, halfway lift. This time, exhale, squat. Lift your heels, drop your booty to your heels. And spider tip your fingertips as you take the chin to the chest, opening up the back of the shoulders. Amazing. Heels down, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, left foot back. All right, first low lunge here. So feel free to get a nice wide stance. And then activate your left heel as you pull the torso nice and long. Feel free to use your block, placing one beneath your left hand. Nice strong legs, scissoring your inner thighs together. Inhale, low lunge, twist, right arm rises. Yeah, so pull your right hip crease back, lift your left hip crease up, and then lengthen through the torso so that you can feel this beautiful stretch as you reach up with the right hand. Take an inhale. Exhale, lounging lizard. Shift your weight to the knife edges of your feet and reach your right fingertips back. Now my core is strong, my hips are still lifted, and I feel this amazing IT band stretch to the right side. Inhale, just the right arm lifts up and the hips. Yep. And then exhale, lower and reach back. So good. Twice more. Breath in and breath out. Once more. Inhale and exhale. So good. Inhale, low lunge, twist. And exhale, side lunge. So go ahead and drop your left heel down, plant your palms inside of your right foot. So you've got this side lunge business going on. Right toes are facing forward. Left toes are in like a warrior two stance. And then exhale, Skandasana. You're going to crawl across your mat. Feel free to take your hands to your heart space. And notice how you have to rotate the feet now. So it's opposite. You've got a side lunge to the back. Skandasana can be side lunge, lifted lunge, or it can be the right toes lifted, the left heel lifted. So you decide the level of your Skandasana. And then we're just going to flow it out front to back. So use your breath. Find your own rhythm. Feel free to stay. Feel free to move. Just do this a few times. And then take it low lunge forward. Plant your palms, inhale your right leg high. Pause. Bend your right knee, open up your hip. Bend your left knee, tone your belly, and now press to the heels of your hands. Gaze underneath your right armpit as you open up to the side. Yeah, breathe, big breaths 3 times. So good. Right leg lifts and downward facing dog. Gaze forward. Travel to the top of your mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, tuck and curl, tiny ball. Lighter tip your fingertips, chin to chest. Breathe. Heels down, inhale halfway. Exhale, low lunge, right foot back. Nice wide stance, stable foundation. Right heel pulls forward, so get really long, feel the length of your lunge, yes. Feel free to take your block beneath your right hand. With the strength of your legs, inhale, low lunge, twist, left arm high. Beautiful. How long can you get your spine? Pull your left hip crease back, lift your right hip crease up. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lounging lizard, shift your weight. It's the IT band stretch, I know, it's everyone's favorite posture. Keep the hips and the core strong. And then inhale, you're gonna lift the hips, lift the arm up overhead, yeah. And exhale, soften, reach back. Twice more, breath in, lift up. Breath out, reach back. Amazing, last one, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, low lunge twist. Exhale, side lunge to the right. So ground your right heel in a warrior 2 stance. Plant your palms inside of your left foot. Yeah. And then we take that same Skandasana forward and back. So taking the level that calls to you, each side is a little bit different. Feel free to stay, feel free to move. Just explore your hips on your own. And then we'll take it forward to low lunge. Ground the hands. Inhale, left leg high. Pause. Bend your left knee, open up your hip. Bend your right knee, tone your belly. Press through the hands, and then maybe you gaze underneath the left armpit. 3 big breaths. Left leg high. Downward facing dog. Amazing. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, half pigeon. Right knee, right wrist crease. Okay, stay lifted here for just a minute. And here you can notice if you need a blanket underneath the right hip, maybe you need a block to help support you. You get to decide what level of your half pigeon is calling to you today. That's why we have props here to support us. Make sure the left leg is nice and long. Take a full inhale. You can stay here if you want more of an active pigeon, or you can fold over or a supported pigeon. A sleeping pigeon, I really like a block beneath my sternum and a block beneath my third eye. Now it's important that we hold this subconscious tension in our fingertips and our toes. So I want you to relax the hands, just placing the palms on the floor. Relax the toes, close your eyes, and breathe. And sometimes we come into these more surrender postures and we're just trying so hard to surrender. So surrender doesn't take too much effort, right? It might at first with that initial resistance, but afterwards you just have to breathe. You can even scan the body and tell every part of your physical body to try and let go a little bit more with each exhale. Allow the muscles in the face to be heavy. 3 deep full body breaths. Go nice and slow. Find that same samavriti, so the same breath pattern with each inhale and exhale, match them. And press down, up through the torso. Curl your left toes under, an easy transition to downward facing dog. If you need to move, go ahead and do so. As you're ready, left leg lifts. Exhale, half pigeon. Set it up. I know you know where we're headed, and it's easy just to fall into where we left off on the other side, but let's take the time to really set it up. Notice if you need props. Make sure the right leg is completely extended. Lift up through the top of the head, and if you want to remain in active pigeon pose, please do so. Or slowly allow yourself to fold over for sleeping pigeon. Might be very noticeable what shows up on this side that wasn't present on the other side. I know for me, my left side is always more tense, more disturbed. Did you know that the left side is actually your feminine side? That's the lunar side. The right side is your masculine side. And sometimes when we're really tense or we hold stress on one side, it might mean that we actually need to nourish that side more. And sometimes it might mean that we use that side too much, that we are too masculine. So you get to decide which it is or which serves you. If you feel even on the sides of your body, start to find your full body breaths 3 times. And pressing down through the hands, curl your right toes under. Easy, easy movement to downward facing dog. Once again, feel free to pedal through the feet. Drop down to your knees, friends, and find a wall. Just take your legs straight up the wall. I'm actually going to leave you here, so this is going to be optional. If you have the time, I encourage you to find legs up the wall. And the reason is that we do all that movement, we loosen all that tension in the legs and the hips, and this just takes the deep thigh bones. It reverses the energy and plugs everything back into the hip sockets. So give yourself at least a couple minutes. Take your arms along your side bodies, palms face up. And as you stack your legs, feel free to take a blanket underneath your hips. You can also take a block underneath your hips or a bolster, or you can just lay your hips flat on the earth. If you are pregnant or you're on your menses, it's important that your hips just stay on the ground, not elevated. Remain as long as you are able. Thank you so much, friends, for allowing me to guide you through this 25-minute hip sequence. Until next time, be well. Namaste.